Hello everybody out there watching on YouTube, and welcome to Chase Race number 3 / race number 29 of Season 3 NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. I'm Levi McIntyre, the voice of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Xbox One X 500 presented by Microsoft here at Armory Digital Superspeedway, as we're getting set for 29 laps of racing here at one of the best restrictor plate racetracks in all of NR 2003, and we are using a brand new version, the 2017 version, so we're going to see how different this is from the original Armory Digital racetrack. But before we take a look at the starting lineup, we got to take a look at the chase standings as they are coming into the race today. So after last week at New Hampshire, Matt McIntyre has the points lead still by 13 points over Paul Minnick, 20 over Benjamin Miles, 33 over Dylan Jacobs, 33 over Joshua Sekuli, 35 over Chris Dollerton, 37 over James Qualls, 42 over Charles Sanford, 47 over Austin LaPlante, 59 over Rafael Leduc, 62 over David Rivera, and James McLeod is behind by 69 points. And I know Kev Shear is going to have a hell of a time hearing that, because 69 is his favorite number. But anyway, so still plenty of time for guys who are in the back in the point standings to get back up there in the mix. We still got, after this race, 7 races left in the chase and the season. Anything can still happen, people. But let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting in the last row is Zach Flickinger and Preston Blord. Top 10 in the starting lineup, however, Matt McIntyre, the points leader, is on the pole for tonight. Starting next to him is Joshua Collard. Row 2 is Dylan Poteet, Paul Minnick. Row 3, Austin LaPlante, JT Bryant. Row 4, David Rivera, Seth Cole. And then row 5, William Brock and Pichu London. Let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines for the Xbox One X 500 at Armory Digital Superspeedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Now we're getting ready to come out onto the racetrack for the one pace lap around here. So yeah, like I said, there is still plenty of time for a lot of the drivers in the chase who are falling behind in the standings to try and get back up into the mix of things. And plus, with this racetrack being how it is, being a restrictor play racetrack, anybody has a shot to make something happen. David Rivera, who is starting in the 7th position, yeah, he's one of the low-end drivers in the chase right now. Like I said, 62 points behind the points lead. He can easily get a good chunk of that points lead taken away from the 24 of Matt McIntyre and get caught back up into the mix of things. But let's take a look and see where the rest of the chasers are in numerical order. So next up would be Chris Dollerton. He's starting in the back of the field, and I also even see Charles Sanford, James McLeod, and Rafael Leduc in the back here. Dylan Jacobs, I saw he was just outside the top 10 in 11th. Benjamin Miles, close to the front. And that's about everybody. Qualls I see right there around mid-pack. So that's how the chase field is looking. But here we go. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Austin LaPlante decided to take the lead from his teammate and led at the line. And now we're seeing a lot of battling going on with a lot of the chasers. Benjamin Miles is up here. Qualls has already found himself in the top 10 now. Dylan Jacobs, who started 11th, and is right now in second, but could end up losing that. Well, no, he's going to try and shut the door on all the other lanes. So right now, chasers running 1-2, Austin LaPlante, Benton, and Dylan Jacobs, and they were 5 wide. Oh, and I see a wreck. Oh, and it's a big crash. And a couple of chasers I saw got caught up in it, but LaPlante's going to lead at the line. Oh, and they're still wrecking, and Matt Haas goes airborne. Paul Minnick was involved, but it doesn't look like he got much damage. I saw Dorian Facepuncher, I think was the first car I saw get sent around. Dylan Young is done for as well. Joshua Collard was another car I saw, and there's another chaser, Chris Dollarton, with black smoke coming out. Johnny Gardner was in it. Oh, we got a follow-up. Matt McIntyre, the points leader, was in this. Tim Walsh was involved. Joshua Sakuli, another chaser. Pichu London I see with damage. There's Rafael Leduc, who just has not been able to catch a break so far in this chase. JT Bryan with damage, but not much. But man, some damage on Sean Galligan, but nothing major for himself. And it looks like the leaders in the field are going to come into pit road, so interesting pit strategy for everybody. Let's see if anybody's electing to stay out. So far I'm not seeing anybody staying out. Looks like everyone's going to come in. So we're going to stay on this for a moment to see who's going to come out as the race leader, as the big one struck early on lap 2 here at Armory Digital Superspeedway, but we're going to find out and see who's going to come out as your leader. Austin LaPlante came into pit road as the leader. Dylan Jacobs was right behind him. So we're going to see, as I hear some contact with drivers, Austin LaPlante looks like he went with 2 tires and gas. It looks like Dylan Jacobs will come out second. We'll see here in just a moment. So, yeah, Austin LaPlante is going to be your race leader. Then Dylan Jacobs, James Qualls, Benjamin Miles, Jake Baskinger. So, top 4 are chase drivers when we get back to racing. But let's go ahead and take a look at the replay of what brought the caution out for the first time tonight here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Well, here's a look at what happened. So they were attempting 5 wide, which is capable, but there was just a couple of leaning drivers, and right there, JT Bryant hooks Paul Minnick and turns him down in the Matt Haas. Johnny Gardner, Kyle Keith was there, and then Joshua Collard slammed back down into Chris Dollarton. But look at all that smoke. And right there, you see Matt Haas go up into the air, and actually flipped over a couple of times. So wild ride for that 77 car, but just look at all that smoke and the carnage taking place all around. Like, it's hard to even tell who even got through that, knowing how blocked the track got because of the smoke. But we're going to look at it again from a different camera angle, and there you see, it's like as soon as a couple cars are sideways in the middle of the racetrack just got completely blocked in. And right there was how Rafael Leduc got involved. He almost got through, but the 7 was spinning back down the racetrack. Trying to see how Dollarton gets involved. Oh, Leduc's going to get him too. Man, Leduc couldn't avoid 2 cars in that mess. Sekuli ran into somebody into that mess. Let's watch Matt Haas and see how he ended up flipping. Oh, it was Sekuli who hit him. After he got tagged, he slammed his teammate hard in the driver's side door. And then, because of those tires, it just bounced him over and over on his roof. But luckily his car came back on all 4 wheels. But just, man oh man. But now we're going to try and figure out how other cars got involved. Let's see Dylan Young, how he got involved. So he must have tried... Oh no, Kyle Matthews got into him and slammed him into Dollarton and McLeod, actually. Yeah, James McLeod was involved in this as well. Oh, and then there's the follow-up with the points leader, Matt McIntyre. Let's see how this happened. Oh, they were 5 wide after the caution had been called. But let's see who got up in the who. Oh, it was Tim Walsh who ran up into Dylan Thoreau and into Matt McIntyre. David Rivera actually got a little piece of it, but I don't know if it's going to really affect him performance-wise. But yeah, a lot of chasers get caught up in this one, including the points leader, Matt McIntyre. So that's going to cause quite a shakeup in the point standings in the chase. Excuse me, but let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Armory Digital Superspeedway. Well, after that last caution, numerous cars are done for today, and they include Rafael Leduc, Preston Plord, Joshua Sekuli, Chris Dollarton, Matt Haas, Dylan Young, and Joshua Collard, with 2 cars a lap or more down, Tim Walsh and Matt McIntyre, so they're going to still be able to continue, but they're going to be laps down. But anyways, everybody pitted under that caution. So this is how the field is going to look when we get back to racing on the restart. Austin LaPlante is still your race leader. 2nd is Dylan Jacobs. 3rd is James Qualls. 4th, Benjamin Miles. 5th, Jake Baskinger. 6th, William Brock. 7th is Phil Parker. 8th is Jay Jefferson. 9th, Trent Dunham. 10th, Sean Galligan. 11th, Charles Sanford. 12th, Chris Michaels. 13th, Emmanuel Hartnett. 14th, DJ Curtis. 15th, Mark Lane. 16th... Yeah, I'm on him. 16th is Zach Flickinger, or 15th, Zach Flickinger. 16th, Mark Lane. 17th, James Shelley. 18th, Preston Plord. 19th, Jonathan Zorline. 20th, Kyle Keith. 21st, Anthony McCrory. 22nd is Dylan Poteet. 23rd, Seth Cole. 24th, PJ Williams. 25th, Jessica Sheldon. 26th, David Rivera. 27th, Johnny Gardner. 28th, JT Bryant. 29th, Dylan Thoreau. 30th, James McLeod. 31st, Kyle Matthews. 32nd, Dorian Facepuncher. 33rd is Paul Minnick. And then 34th, Tim Walsh, a lap down. And 35th, Matt McIntyre, 2 laps down. But we're going to get back to racing here. It'll be 23 to go here when they cross the line. And as you can tell, the 15 and the 24 are up to speed. They got their cosmetic damage repaired, so they're going to be able to race up here in the front and make something happen. And you can tell, yeah, both the 15 and the 24 are going to work together to try to get their laps back. Walsh is trying to get back on the lead lap, and Matt McIntyre is going to try and get one of his laps back so he can be a 1 lap down and hopefully get by and be back on the lead lap. It's a long shot, but it is possible. But Austin LaPlante clears everybody as the pack sort of got separated a little bit, as they're somewhat more scattered. And I think it might be because they didn't get bunched up in time, that or a slower car was in between, so that's going to cause a bit of a ripple effect throughout the field in terms of the pack. But look at the run for Jay Jefferson as a teammate of Austin LaPlante. Jay Jefferson trying to get clear for second, but look at DJ Curtis with the run on the inside lane, with some help from Trent Dunham, though they got a bit disconnected back there. And look at Jake Baskinger utilizing the middle to high groove to try and get second, as they were 5 wide again, but they settled it out to 3 and 4 wide. I remember the last time we were here at Armory Digital, they were trying 6 wide. As they're right now mostly 3 and 4 wide right now. And LaPlante, he's been the dominant car all day long so far. He has led every single lap so far today. As the battle for second continues between DJ Curtis and Jay Jefferson, and now it looks like Preston Plord might try and make it a 3 wide fight, although Jefferson, just with that draft help from rookie William Brock, managed to get him up to second. So right now it's a Hendrick 1-2, LaPlante and Jefferson. And now Curtis going to come up in front of his teammate William Brock so that way they can work together and hopefully make something happen. But now they're separated, and William Brock's going to go for a run. And a battle for the lead for the first time since lap 1. Jay Jefferson goes to the front with help from Anthony McCrory. But look at William Brock. He's got a run on the inside with help from Trent Dunham. Chris Michaels trying to get in there and help out too. Looks like everyone on back to about David Rivera is in the pack. Kyle Keith has been the middleman between himself and the rest of the cars, including Benjamin Miles. So we got an 18 lead lap car pack, 20 overall. But Matt McIntyre's coming into pit road. I don't know if that's because he might have to repair something or strategy. I don't know. But Anthony McCrory leads that lap as teammates battle for second. William Brock trying to hold off DJ Curtis, and Brock trying to get to the lead, and he's got to run on the inside to make something happen. Back here, 3 wide for third. Trent Dunham with Austin LaPlante in the middle and DJ Curtis on the high side. And look at David Rivera. So it's clear that any damage he received in that big one back on lap 2 and lap 3 clearly is not affecting his performance. He's putting the pedal to the metal, catching up to everybody. Quite a few chasers are still up here in contention, so anything can happen. Dylan Jacobs still up here. LaPlante's still up here. Sanford's even up here. Rivera is up here as well. Where in the world? Oh, there's James Qualls. Oh, he must have been in the pit road as well. So, pit strategy on the part of a couple of chasers to see if they can make something happen. As James Qualls, he is slow on the track. But then, oh, wait a minute. I don't know, he might have... I don't know, something must have happened to the 70 because he's not able to go faster than 168. I don't know if he blew a gear or not, but something has happened to the 70. I don't remember him being involved in anything. In fact, he came out of the pits and came out fourth, or third or fourth out of pit road under that first caution. I don't know if he made contact with somebody or on pit road when he came in or what, but Something's wrong with the 70, and now he's about to go a lap down, as here comes the leaders. William Brock goes on by. We're going to stay with the 70 of James Qualls because, oh, he's going to come into pit road now. So they're going to try and see what is wrong with that car as William Brock comes in the pit road. And there was another car up in pit road, and I couldn't tell. Oh, that's Johnny Gardner, and he's coming out. Anthony McCurry still leads the way. Austin LaPlante right behind him, and now they have caught Emmanuel Hartnett, who has been in pit road. Hartnett's still trying to get all the way up to speed. Yeah, a lot of drivers are coming into pit road. JT Bryant's in. Dorian Facepuncher is in as well. I'm concerned about the 70 of James Qualls because I'm thinking he either must have blown third gear or something because he wasn't going very fast. But that is an interesting development that happened, and now everybody else is in pit road. Yeah, McCrory is in, LaPlante is in. But I'm going to try and get up to James Qualls and see if he's going to be able to get back up to speed all the way, because I'm concerned as to what had happened with his car and why he's not able to go very fast. There you see it, he's not really getting all the way up to speed, and JT Bryant is starting to get up to speed. I'm thinking the 70 must have had something go wrong with the gearbox. Unless, I don't know, he's starting to get it back up under control. I don't know, that was weird as to what happened with the 70. Maybe, I'm not sure as to what's going on with the 70, but he is starting to get back up to speed again. I don't know, I'm really, really confused as to what had happened with him. And Dylan Jacobs apparently was the leader, and that was because he didn't come into pit road. Same with Chris Michaels, so they were the last ones who had to come to pit road. So now the field's going to be even more scattered as a result of pit stops. There's Dylan Jacobs, and Anthony McCurry is coming in hot. It's going to be close, but I think McCurry is going to get the spot for now. Dylan Jacobs going to be slow for the time being, and he just lost a couple more spots, but it looks like he's going to be back in the 4th spot as the field is definitely scattered. So now these drivers are hoping for a quick caution so that way they can get back up to the leader, Anthony McCurry, for the lead. But we got a couple of them reeling in the 61 real fast, Preston Plord and William Brock. But the field has cycled around, and now Preston Plord takes over the top spot on the racetrack. Dylan Jacobs may be slowing down to get everyone else behind him back up to his back bumper, so that way they can work together and catch back up to the top 3. LaPlante and Curtis are there. Trent Dunham trying to get there. And if these 4 can get connected, they can make a run for the top 3. Especially now since the 61's starting to slip back quite a good ways. Preston Plord still hanging on to that top spot right now. William Brock in 2nd. 3rd is Anthony McCurry. 4th, Austin LaPlante. Well, now it's DJ Curtis. 5th, Austin LaPlante. 6th, Dylan Jacobs. 7th, Trent Dunham. 8th, Chris Michaels. 9th, Jay Jefferson. 10th, James Shelley. 11th, Charles Sanford. 12th, Jessica Sheldon. 13th, Dorian Facepuncher. 14th, David Rivera. 15th, Jake Baskinger. 16th, Sean Galligan. 17th, Jonathan Zorline. 18th is P.J. Williams. 19th, Phil Parker. 20th was Kyle Keith, but now he's going to try and get up to 19th. 21st is Dylan Poteet. 22nd, Zach Flickinger. 23rd, Dylan Thoreau. 24th, Seth Cole. 25th, Benjamin Miles. 26th, JT Bryant. 27th, Paul Minnick. 28th, Kyle Matthews. 29th is Mark Lane. 30th, Johnny Gardner. 31st, last car on the lead lap is James McLeod. Everyone else is a lap or more down. Tim Walsh, Emmanuel Hardinet, James Qualls, Matt McIntyre. Back up here at the front, Preston Plord still hangs on. And these four have not been able to reel in the top three yet. Maybe they've just been racing too much, but now they're in a good enough formation to try and work together to reel in the top three, who are 3.5 seconds ahead. Let's see if they've made any progress this time. No, they've been losing progress, and it's because they keep on racing each other when they need to work together if they're going to have any hope of winning this race. Looking around the field, and no, Qualls is still not up to speed all the way. Yeah, I'm feeling like something has gone wrong with the transmission in that car, because like I said, on the restart, he restarted third, and then all of a sudden disappeared. And I couldn't figure out as to why that was the case. See the margin between this first pack and second pack. And this second pack continues to lose momentum. Though Chris Michaels is starting to reel in the second pack, so maybe if these five, if they can stop racing each other and work together, then they can make something happen to get up to the top three, because the top three have been working well together. Although they're about to catch a couple slow cars, this could be the window of opportunity, but then again, looks like they're going to let them go. But then again, we got Qualls up here. Let's see how Qualls is going to be, and now Matt McIntyre's on pit road again. And no, these three managed to get on by the slow cars with ease. But this second pack hasn't caught those guys yet. So now the 7, the 51 have gone a lap down, and Qualls has gone 2 laps down, according to scoring as of now. And Preston Plord, he's been hanging on strong with the top spot ever since the pit stops concluded. But I wonder if whether or not they have to pit one more time before the race is over. And if they do, and it gets close to the end, oh man, cue the strategy effects of the race. Anthony McCurry thinking about breaking up that top 2 party, but he doesn't have a run because he couldn't get because he doesn't have a draft partner to help him out with this. And meanwhile, this second pack of cars are now getting held up by 2 slower cars in James Qualls and James McLeod, so now they've lost all momentum. Although they've got this bigger pack of cars reeling them in, but I don't think it will be enough for them to catch the top 3. But you never know what may happen, as now this bigger pack has caught that second pack, but they still have to get around the 51 and the 70, who are still holding them up. But pit stops are happening, and all 3 of the leaders, Plord, McCurry, and Brock, all came in. But a lot of drivers staying out. Trent Dunham is currently the race leader because he stayed out, and P.J. Williams is right there behind. Big speed difference since Trent had to slow down a little bit to let the guys ahead of him in the pit road. DJ Curtis going for a run on the inside for the lead, but I gotta wonder if these guys are coming in. Yes, they are. P.J. Williams, however, is gonna stay out. P.J. Williams gonna try and risk it another lap as he stays out on the racetrack and will take the lead for the time being. Looking around to see about how the leaders are gonna come out. From the leaders from earlier. It might go to William Brock potentially. Who knows though? And there's the leader, P.J. Williams, as he is right there next to a few cars, so he's able to get a longer, get more draft speed. But let's see if he's coming in, and yes he is. So he's the last one. One of the last ones. There's Tim Walsh, who was a lap down. He's coming in as well. So these are the final two to come in to make their final pit stops. And when they get to the line, it's 3 to go here at Armory Digital. But if everything cycles around it, the lead will go to William Brock, as the field is really spread out, and even more considering those pit stops that just happened. Trying to go up to P.J. Williams and keep an eye on him in the 01 and see if the 89 can keep the lead or not. I don't know, it's gonna be close, and I can't even find the 89 right now, and I think, yep, he doesn't get it. So the 01 has the lead, but Preston Plord is coming in fast. 4 miles per hour faster than the 01, but the 01 trying to throw the block, and he does. The 01's going to try and start mirror driving to try and keep himself up here in the lead, but Preston Plord isn't giving up easily. He's still right on his tail, and here he comes. Battle for the lead with 2 to go between the 01 and the 40. As they are coming up on a couple of lapped machines, Matt McIntyre and William Brock, but Preston Plord's going to get the big run on the bottom. And William Brock ended up going up high, and he ended up losing quite a lot of time. He's going to have to hope to work together with either the 41 or the 24 in hopes of getting up to the 40 if he's going to win this race. But Preston Plord right now has the lead, and he's been pulling away from the 01 ever since he gone on by. The 01's final hope is to get together with the 41 to 24 in hopes of getting more speed to catch the 40. White flag is going to be waved now. White flag is out here at the Xbox One X 500. Distance at the line over 0.4 of a second. William Brock has gone by the 41, but he's going to have to hope and pray that he can get a big enough draft run on the 40. Otherwise, the 40's got this race in the bag. Although the 40 is starting to catch the 22, and you got to wonder if the 22 is going to play a factor in this finish. Let's see. Nope, the 40 is going to go on by on the bottom. William Brock trying to do all he can, but it's too late. Checkered flag waves. Preston Plord wins the Xbox One X 500 at Armory Digital Superspeedway. First win of the season for himself in that 40 car. Great job by that team. As we wait for the rest of the field to get scored. as the field, like I said, got pretty much scattered all over the place. But man, congratulations to Preston Plord for that W. But let's look at the rest of the results. The highest finishing rookie, William Brock, finishes out in the 2nd position. Anthony McCrory, who was one of the front runners in the second half of the race, comes out in the 3rd place finish. DJ Curtis, great run in the 4th position, and then rounding out the top 5, Phil Parker somehow got through with a 5th place finish. Chris Michaels, great run in the 6th spot. PJ Williams' strategy almost worked, but he does come out with a top 10. Jessica Sheldon with a great run in 8th. Charles Sanford, the highest finishing chaser, in 9th. And then Dylan Jacobs rounds out the top 10 in the 10th spot. Rest of the top 20 was Austin LaPlante, James Shelley, Dorian Facepuncher, Trent Dunham, Sean Galligan, Kyle Keith, Jay Jefferson, Jonathan Zorling, Jake Baskinger, and Dylan Poteet. The rest of the lead lap cars were David Rivera, Benjamin Miles, Seth Cole, Dylan Thoreau. Everybody else had finished were a lap or more down. JT Bryant, Mark Lane, Paul Minnick, Kyle Matthews, Tim Walsh, Johnny Gardner, James McLeod, James Qualls, Emmanuel Hartnett, and Matt McIntyre. Everybody else was out of the race after the big one that happened on lap 2 and lap 3. Rafael Leduc, Pichu London, Joshua Sekuli, Chris Dollarton, Matt Haas, Dylan Young, and Joshua Collard. Well, that does it for our coverage here tonight here at Armory Digital Superspeedway, and man, what a race it was. Next week, we return to 1.5 mile racing as we head to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Golden Corral 500, but until then, here are your results, rookie points, chase points, and regular points heading into Atlanta, and this is Levi McIntyre, signing off.